Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. Today, we are in week 17 of our Madden NFL 24 Creative Player Franchise Trevor Abramowitz series, and this will be our final home game of the regular season. But do not hesitate because we got a postseason game because we're the first round bye and get home field advantage. So we just knocked out the Miami Dolphins last episode 103 to nothing, and now we have 1,021 points scored in the regular season, but we've only allowed like 74 points. So I'd like to see the Cowboys and Lions face off in the playoffs. So we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, for the Detroit Lions, they're going to be wearing the white away jersey with their blue away pants, blue socks, and white with blue shoes. For the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to be wearing their alternate classic, just like they did with the Philadelphia Eagles. And in next episode, when we play against the Washington Commanders on the road, we will be wearing our navy blue jerseys on the road against the Commanders, and then this will conclude the regular season. Alternate classic, there we go. We'll see you at the intro.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
All right, so we're now getting ready to kick off this game, and we have already clinched the playoffs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers already have two, and the Philadelphia Eagles, our arch rival, have claimed the first round. Have claimed a wild card spot, and it's the Panthers, I think, and the Bears that are in that spot too. So now they return this kickoff, and they're down at the 34-yard line. So this is in fact going to be a first down and 10. We are ready to blitz for the Dallas Cowboys. So Trevor Abramowitz is now 12.5 sacks this year. He has reached his season goal last episode with the win over the Miami Dolphins. So this is now a second down and 5. So after the Super Bowl, we're probably going to take 2 weeks off the Trevor Abramowitz series and catch up on our Alexius Ananopoulos series, our Tristan Yannick, and Ramondre Jefferson series. So first and 10 from the 50-yard line. They're going to run it with Jahmyr Gibbs, and he doesn't lose nor gain any yards on that play. Now it's second and 10. So they're going to step back to pass, and the ball is out. And I unfortunately get stopped. So Dante Fowler Jr. returns that fumble for about 2 or 3 yards on that play. So this is going to be our very first offensive possession of the game. And Dallas is already up with the football. So I'm just going to run it. And I do, in fact, get a first down on this play. So this is first and 10. So I am going to start another Dallas Cowboys player for our Creative Player franchise for Madden 24. It's probably going to come out on November, I'd probably say the week of November 3rd, or it might be November 6th. So we're actually going to run it with Tony Pollard on first down. So we're going to hand this off to Pollard. And that's only about a 3rd and 2 So this is 3rd down and 2 now for Dallas, and I think we're just going to simply run it with Dak Prescott, and that's going to be a 1st and goal. So the 1st and goal, and we're at the 5-yard line, so we should be able to get a touchdown if there's no defenders trying to stop me whatsoever. And Dak Prescott easily gets the touchdown, and it is now going to be a 7-0 Dallas Cowboys lead. All right, so now this is 1st and 10. Jared Goff handing this off to David Montgomery. And that's going to be about a gain of 6 on that play. So 2nd and 4. And I'm thinking about playing some defense here. But they're going to hand this off again to Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama rookie. And that's going to be a 1st and 10. So Dallas is still undefeated. They are 15-0 right now. So now they have taken the sack whatsoever, and it looks like Leighton Vander Esch is going to pick up this fumble recovery, and he is going to take this one to the house for a Dallas Cowboys touchdown. I'm going to try a 2-point conversion, and we'll see you guys on defense again. All right, so it is now 1st and 10 with 1:05 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. So now the Lions are going to run this football, and that's only a gain of about 7 on that play. So it's a 2nd and 3. So we get 1 additional week of football, and that's going to be week 18. So this is kind of nice for the viewers. So they're going to throw this one out, and I thought we were going to get an INT there, but the receiver had it in time. So Amon St. Brown has the reception. So it's 15-0 here in Arlington, Texas. So Abramowitz actually picks up the sack, and I think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to take this one all the way into the end zone, and that's going to be a Dallas Cowboys touchdown. We'll see you guys in the 2nd quarter. All right, so it is now a 2nd down and 6 now for the Detroit Lions. So they're going to hand this one off, and that's going to be a 3rd and 7. So the Detroit Lions are still capable of making this playoffs. I mean, they're only 10-5 right now, but if they lose, they're going to be 10-6. And then if they win, which I think they probably will play the Minnesota Vikings next week. So if they play against the Vikings next week and they win that one and Minnesota loses, I think they'll still be in the playoffs. Like, keep in mind, I said that Dallas, Philadelphia, and Tampa Bay have all qualified for the playoffs so far. So they're going to step back to pass, and ball is knocked out. Leighton Vander Esch actually makes that fumble recovery, and all these defenders are just trying to chase him, and he gets this touchdown in the end zone so quickly that they ain't going to try to stop him before he gets there. So we're going to do another 2-point conversion because I love scoring points in Madden NFL football. So Cowboys going to hand that off to Tony Pollard. It's going to be 30-0. All right, so 30-0, 1st and 10. Jared Goff, he's going to hand this off to Jahmyr Gibbs, and Stephon Gilmore takes him down. He loses about a yard on that play, so 2nd and 11 for the Detroit Lions. So he's going to step back, and that's going to be a 1st down. So Detroit Lions are stepping up here. So we're the only team in the league to have allowed less than 100 points. New York Jets have allowed 520 points because we scored a ton of points against them back in week 2. So they only have 2 wins on the year, so they're not even playoff material to begin with. 3rd and 8 now for the Detroit Lions. So Jared Goff, he is, I think, going to step back to pass. And that is going to be a reception, I think, by Marvin Jones. So I thought we would get an INT pretty significantly, but unfortunately we didn't. So Detroit was quick enough to get that reception just in time. All right, so it is now 2nd down and 4. So Jared Goff, he's stepping back to pass, and they lose the football. Detroit actually recovers, so Jayron Kearse actually makes that sack. So it's going to be a 3rd and 14. So they're at the 35. So that's going to be a long ways away. And take a look at this. Jayron Kearse, he's actually going to get an INT. Question is, will he take this one all the way? This is like the James Harrison pick 6 back in Super Bowl 43. And wow, he just returns it all the way. So he's going to take this one to the house. So Jared Goff, he's going to intend this pass over to Amon St. Brown. And Jayron Kearse, he's just reads the quarterback there, catches it perfectly, and we're actually going to take a break. All right, so it is now 2nd down and 19. So it looks like that Jared Goff, he's going to step back to pass. Actually, the ball is knocked out, and this is going to be a 1st and 10 down at the 14. So I'm trying not to really throw the football. I'm more of like the guy that likes to run the football for the first half. So Dak Prescott, does he get a good amount of yards? Absolutely not. But I am going to start throwing the football on this play. So now I'm going to get a reception on that, but it technically caught it out of bounds. So this meant that, and I get sacked on 4th down. So it's Carl Joseph who takes the sack. I'm going to take my 2nd time out of the game. So 37-0 here in Arlington, Texas. So the Cowboys are at a significant point. So it's now 4th and 10. It looks like Trey Lance, he's going to get the foot, and he gets sacked. So this ends the first half. All right, so now we're beginning the second half here in Arlington, Texas. So now the Cowboys are up 37-0, and we have been getting some straight solid defensive touchdowns. And now here we are returning a kickoff, and he steps out of bounds down at the 47. So this is a pretty fair return, if you'd have to say by me. So now we're going to actually throw the football with Dak Prescott. He has not been having any passing yards in this first half whatsoever. And CeeDee Lamb is just holding on to it. And he gets stopped down at the 15-yard line. So that's about, I don't know, roughly a 35-yard pass. And I'm going to hand this off to Tony Pollard. I'm going to use a juke move there, and that's going to be a Dallas Cowboys touchdown. And somebody on our offense is down and hurt, so now it's going to be 44-0 here in Arlington. All right, so now this is going to be a 1st down and 10. So they're going to hand this off to Jahmyr Gibbs. That's about a loss of 1 on that play, so it's going to result in a 2nd down and 11. So we're blitzing here on the defense. So 2nd down and 11. They're at the 29, and ball is out. And it looks like Malik Hooker actually takes that fumble, and he's going to recover it for a touchdown. So you can't imagine how many takeaways we've had and scored them for touchdowns. This is why our defense matters. Like they always say, defense wins championships. Yes, that is true, because you take a look at the teams like the 1976 Oakland Raiders, the 1975 Pittsburgh Steelers, 2000 Baltimore Ravens, the 2013 Seattle Seahawks, and the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guarantee you that most of these players on the teams, like the superstars on those teams, had to have been an MVP on the defensive side of the football. So we're gonna kick this one off. And it was about 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third. So Dallas already up 52-0 here in Arlington, Texas. So next episode, we will be in Landover. But don't worry, we'll see you guys in the postseason. So we're definitely going to advance far to the Super Bowl. And if we even make the Super Bowl, we're probably definitely going to play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Jahmyr Gibbs runs the football. He gets stopped down at the middle of the field. And we're blitzing on the defense. So this is a 1st and 10. And it's a hit stick, so it's 2nd down and 7. So we're going to blitz on the defense. So they're actually going to run it, and it's 3rd and 5, making sure that this could probably be a 4th down. If not, Detroit could still have a chance at going off 1st down, so they get the reception. Jared Goff has thrown 1 INT so far, so we've had a pick 6 by Jaron Kearse. I think it was like 80 or 90 some yards taken all the way, but now they're going to run it, and that's a hit stick right there, 2nd down and 10. This Detroit Lions team has been a little off the edge this year. I mean, they've won so many games that they could be a playoff material team. But there's other teams that are hungry for the playoff board as well, like the Minnesota Vikings. And Trevor Abramowitz gets his 1st sack of the game, and now he has 13.5 sacks recorded. So it looks like they're going to try to attempt a long-range field goal. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Detroit Lions do get some points here in this one. Better than no points at all. But it's going to be 52-3. And we're ready to return a kickoff with Jordan Lewis. So looks like Jordan Lewis, he is going to have some bit of daylight left amongst them, but he's going to take this one all the way for the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. And we're actually going to see you guys in the 4th quarter, so we're actually going to take a break. Okay, so this is going to be a 4th and 4 now for the Detroit Lions, and 59-3. So the last few seconds of the 3rd quarter did not last very long. So we're going to actually return this with Jordan Lewis, and he gets stopped at the 24-yard line. So this is going to be a 1st down and 10. So we're going to run the football with Tony Pollard, and he is going to run the football. He's just going to break some tackles there, and that's going to be at the 49. So now this is going to be a 1st down and 10. So Prescott handing it off to Pollard. That's going to be about a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and 7 now for the Detroit Lions or Dallas Cowboys, excuse me. So we're going to hand this one off to Pollard, and Pollard, he's just going to use maybe a stiff arm here and there, and that's going to also be a 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10, we got to step it up here. We got to move the chains a bit. So First down and 10, we're going to run it with Pollard, and that's a second down and 10. No gain, no loss, by the way. So we're going to use a halfback stretch run play on a second down and 10. So we're going to hand this one off to Tony Pollard, and he's actually going to get this one into the end zone for a Cowboys touchdown. And we will show you, or we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, so 2-minute warning is over. Third down and 17. They're going to step back to pass, and the Dallas Cowboys do have the interception. Stephon Gilmore there. Detroit Lions fans were shocked that they were about to see an awesome reception by Amon St. Brown or Marvin Jones, but we're just going to run the football with Tony Pollard, and that's going to be a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys are just rolling to get first downs along the line. So they're going to run it with Tony Pollard, and they're going to get this down maybe at the 2-yard line. So that's not even far from the end zone anyway. So it's going to be 38, and that's going to be a Dallas Cowboys touchdown. It will now be a 73-3 win for the Dallas Cowboys. All right, so it's 1st down and 10. They're going to throw this past Stephon Gilmore with the INT. So 2 INTs for Stephon Gilmore and 3 thrown by Jared Goff himself. This is going to be a long week for the Lions, even though they're still going to be playoff material. But I'm hoping that's who we may face off in the playoffs. But the game is over, and we have won 73-3 is the final. And we had scored 1,021 points. And then we're about 1,094. So if we score more points in the next episode, we'll probably have near 1,200, about 1,180, 1,190, somewhere around there. So that's not too bad. That's really good, by the way, for our offense. But Jared Goff, he had 3 INTs on the day. No passing touchdowns by Dak Prescott. Jahmyr Gibbs, he had 11 carries, 22 yards, no touchdowns. Tony Pollard had 3 of them, and he had about 150 yards. Dak Prescott had himself a touchdown too. Nobody really caught touchdowns. We'll go to the defense immediately. Malik Hooker, 2 sacks. Jayron Kearse, 1 sack. Kirby Joseph, I thought his name was Carl Joseph there, but it wasn't. Trevor Abramowitz had 1 sack. Maisie Smith had a sack. Donovan Wilson had 1 sack. Leighton Vander Esch had a sack. Stephon Gilmore, 2 interceptions, and Jayron Kearse had 1. That was returned all the way for a touchdown. Leighton Vander Esch had 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns. Malik Hooker had 1. DeMarcus Lawrence, and he had the pick 6. There was a kickoff return for a touchdown for about 104 yards. And we'll just see the receiving, how many. Sam Laporta had 6 receptions on the day. Marvin Jones Jr. had 2 receptions, 11 yards on the day. And I think this is going to end it here in Arlington, Texas. So we'll see you guys next episode against the Washington Commanders.